Hello, and today I'm going to tell you how cell phones have become more ergonomic over time. The first cell phone I'm going to tell you about is a battery cell phone. It was one of the original cell phones made. What it is it's a big, bulky system with basically a home phone with a cable attached to it. I'm going to tell you some of the pros and cons of this machine. This is a picture of the battery pack phone. Some of the problems with this is it's got a cord attached to it, which is kind of gets in the way. Like, you can't walk away with the phone that's attached to it. The cell phone itself, like the actual phone part, is big and bulky, so it would be hard to actually put it up to your ear and stuff. And there's a strap attached to it, so it'd be hard to carry anything else with the strap or carry other materials because the strap would be over your shoulder all the time. And one of the big problems with this was that it has a big battery pack attached to it. This would add tons and tons and tons of weight. This would be so uncomfortable to carry, it's not even funny. There is also an antenna attached to it, which would get into the way while you're walking. Next, I'm going to tell you about a sort of medium-sized phone. It's still very old by our standards, but it's actually much, much, much more user-friendly than the big, bulky battery pack phone. So I think this is a huge leap in technology from there to this. So here's the phone I was telling you about. It's a more medium-sized phone. It's more of a reasonable size than the other one, but this phone is still a nuisance to carry around because you couldn't fit it in your pocket. It doesn't look very good. Imagine walking around with that. It wouldn't look very cool or anything. The buttons are quite a distance apart. Like, you have half your buttons on the bottom half of the phone, and then your actual numbers way further up, so it's not like you could just start pressing buttons with your hand. You also have the problem of it's such a big phone, it would be uncomfortable to press up against your head. Now, even saying this, the biggest problem with it is that it has an antenna. The antenna gets in a way. Like, imagine walking around with this thing. It's big, it's a nuisance in the first place, but then you have to worry about, you have an antenna that'll get caught in your clothes or get caught on whatever you're walking with. So, and where are you going to stash this? The antenna, it's not like it would fit in a purse or a handbag. The antenna would always be sticking up, so it'd be a real pain to carry around, especially because of that antenna. Next, we have a modern Nokia cell phone. Nokia is a well-known cell phone brand around the world, and the reason this cell phone's better is because, one, it fits in the palm of your hand, and it also, with it fitting in the palm of your hand, it being so small, you can click the buttons with just your thumb. You don't need two hands to operate this phone. Another reason this is such a good phone is because there's no strap involved and no big bulky battery pack. It fits nicely in your hand. Like, it's not like the other ones where you'd have to wear this big strap with a big pack, or you'd have to walk around with this big huge phone. It's nice and small. It's also got a color screen, and it's much larger than the other ones. The other ones would have a very small strip of screen, and it would either be black and white, or there wouldn't be a screen at all. Another reason this cell phone's better is because it has no antenna, so that won't get caught on anything. There's no battery pack needed, because all you have to do is plug it into a 110 outlet when it needs to be recharged. And the other thing this cell phone offers is there's no cords involved unless you're charging it. So you don't have to walk around with a cord, and the battery lasts long, so you don't have to charge it very often. One more thing this cell phone in particular has to offer, other brands do this too, but I'm just going to use this brand as an example. Nokia offers earpieces. These make it more convenient because you don't have to walk around with the cell phone to your ear. There's just a little piece that fits in your ear and you don't have to worry about it. There's also just a little button on it so you can pick up your phone, so you don't have to reach to your phone and press the on button either. One of the main reasons this was implemented is because there's now laws in some countries where you can't drive and be on your cell phone at the same time. So instead of pulling over to the side of the road, you're allowed to use a hands-free device. Well, instead of you holding your cell phone and using that, what a lot of people do is they get these earpieces and they can just touch the button, and then they don't have to worry about getting arrested or pulled over or being given a ticket. Next, I'm going to tell you about the iPhone, one of the best innovations that people have ever came up with for cell phones. What this phone has to offer, different from all the others, except for now where everybody made a copy of it, but it's very similar to the Nokia cell phone in all the ways of like no antenna, stuff like that. But one thing it has different is it's got a touch screen compared to just buttons. So you can you can just touch what you see on the screen that you want, and you can have that come up for you. So here it is, and what we can do with this is I have a little video made to show you how phones like this just slide into your pocket, and they slide out, and they fit in your hand. Even though this is bigger than the Nokia phone, it still will do. So now we're going to be on to the video. One of the only major problems with this being a newer touchscreen phone is that it'll cost a ton more. These phones are much more expensive than like the Nokia phone, for example, where this phone will cost you anywhere in between $300 and $700 to buy one. So that's one of the major letdowns with this product. When it comes to further evolution of cell phones, I think for a little while this is going to be as good as it gets with the iPhones and the Nokia phones. But way in the future there might be some new innovation like a 3D phone or something like that. But for now, this is what I think is good as it gets. Now that we've finished our journey through the history of cell phones, I'd like to tell you thanks for watching.